Okay, so today our experiment is going to be actually mounting embryos into OCT and then freezing them down. So we're going to do a couple of steps to this. The first step is, of course, getting your materials together. OCT, or optimal cutting temperature compound, is from Tissue Tech. What we do is basically we pop off the lid here, and if it's a new bottle, then you'll actually need to trim it just to open it up. And I kind of add a little bit of an angle there, sometimes a little bit more than that. That's all right. And then what we're going to do is take a cryomold. So I have one from Tissue Tech as well. And these cryomolds are, you can see the size that they have. These are the ones that are, it's a 4.557 size. 25 by 20 by 5. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a little bit of this OCT on the bottom, about halfway up, and then I'm going to let it get cold. And I'll probably stick it in the freezer just to help kind of encourage it getting cold. You can stick it in the fridge as well, but about halfway there, trying to avoid bubbles. I have a little bubble there. I may try to remove that with some tweezers, but as long as I don't have the embryos on the bubbles, I'm golden. So the other thing that we're going to do is just label this. So these embryos, I'm going to shift it over to the white background over here that I've set up. And this is I'm going to label this with 2/23/15 with the date of the experiment, and then the names of the embryos. I'm going to go in order. There are actually 4 here. So I'm going to label one of these as just a slight note here, DHA 6. And then I'm going to write 11, 11, and 12. And this denotes where each of the different embryos are going to be along this sort of short axis here. And then I'm going to try to line up the embryos so they fit within this region in here as well, so we can get it off in a clean cut, in a single cut. So I'm also going to write D right above here, here, and here. Before we actually freeze the embryos, we'll take a picture of this, and this will help us to be able to make sure that what we think we have later on is what we actually have. So I'll illustrate that in a little bit. Just finish the labeling here, DHA, and now I'm going to stick it in the freezer, probably about 5 minutes. And then we're good.